What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dante here, back in the Digimon Laboratory with yet another market watch. We're going to go ahead and get right up into it. It is going to be purely the alternate arts. Some alternate arts I think that went up, some alternate arts I think you should pick up before they go up, some alternate arts that may have went down. And we're going to take a look at EX-03. At the time of recording the video, EX-03 will be coming out tomorrow as a wide release. So, of course, we're going to look at the pre-sales beforehand. Let you know where prices probably should be after the drop here this weekend. Let's get right up into it. I just wanted to go ahead and bring up the boy Omnimon. Omnimon is back up at about $1,500. Hey, if you get this card at around $800, $900, $1,000 and you got it graded and whatnot, this card is now up to $1,500 for a near mint. That's not even graded. So definitely. Hopefully you got your card around there. If you got your card around there, you just made an instant killing right there. Instant killing. Defexmon Altanar is sitting around 115 as usual. This bad boy is not really going anywhere anytime soon. I think it might go as high as 120. I think it might bottom coming up pretty soon. Just no reason. I just like when a card spikes this hard and is not volatile by any stretch of the imagination as far as going spiking and dropping. It's almost like, how high can this card go before it drops? We don't know. I've been seeing some things in BT12. I don't think anything in BT12 is going to take its place. I don't think anything in BT11 is going to take its place. I think the meta may call for it to be thrown into everything yet again. I think most likely the meta will shift and be to 11. I think EX-03 will have a couple of nice little decks like Examon. I think Examon might be a out the box tier 1 type of deck. It might take some Imperial people to go ahead and mess around with it. It has the right tools, it has the right color combinations, the whole entire nine. The Imperial deck I will get with myself. I've been testing that deck. I have to tweak it still. It's a little awkward, but I do have to tweak it still. I mean, we'll see about Deep Brigade. I know my boy Prim has been hyping Deep Brigade up. We'll see about Deep Brigade. I'm leaving that to him and his department. But as far as that, I mean, there's some cards in EX-03, but we'll get more into that a little bit later on down the line. So next card on the list is Machine Dramon. So Machine Dramon is spiking pretty hard. So right now it's at $75 for near mint on average. Hey, support's coming out in EX-03, which is tomorrow. Support's coming out in BT11. Support's coming out in BT12. If you are a Machine Dramon player and you did not get this card at 40 bucks, this card may stay around $60, $70 because it is EX-01. EX-01 is not readily available like people may think. You can buy it on TCG Player from third-party vendors, but you'd be hard-pressed to find it in stores. I think I was going through, I was looking at for some of the structure decks, the Jessmon and the Ragnarlormon, and I came across this in like Target and Walmart. Those boxes are almost $90 for EX-01. So let you know that even they know, how to, they know how as a retail store to flip these prices and make a profit. That's literally just how it is. So Machine Dramon, will it go back up to his $100 price point? I don't think so. Unless Machine Dramon just blows people out the water and end up getting like top 8, so major circuit events and stuff like that. But I don't see that happening because of how the deck is designed. Maybe not. We'll see in the future. Black War Greymon Altanar is sitting at about $64, $65 on average here. So Black War Greymon is being thrown into Rattling lowered mine as a tech. I heard a couple of people thinking about testing out in Jesmon, which I don't know about that one. Blackwood Greymon is a very, very good meta call for this set. Seeing as if you can still disrupt your opponent from going small and wide, you can still disrupt your opponent from playing. Disrupt your opponent while they're playing Digicross. And Digicross is being pushed. BT11 has Digicross support. BT12 has Digicross support. I wouldn't even doubt if EX-04 had Digicross support. They're really pushing this Digicross mechanic and this safe mechanic. So, and notice you'll see 1 or 2 very, very good Digimon that will help you get rid of Tamers. Black World Greymon's one of them cards. The deck is it's okay. I think it's more of a meta card than anything. I still think it's good. Don't get me wrong. I still think it is one of them top 5 decks. I really do think so. It Metal Guru, War Grey, Black War Greymon. I still think D Reaper can actually keep up with the meta, and it actually is a top 5 deck. Bialstarmon Security Control, definitely a top 5 deck. So there's your 5 decks right there. Yes, I pushed out Grandis just because I think Grandis really struggles against Bialstarmon Control because it has a lot more tricks, it has a lot more options, and it's hard for Grandis to really check through everything without actually, hoping not to hit something in security. That's not to say Grandis is a bad deck. I think Grandis is still a 1.5 deck. It teeters. It can always be tier 1. It can always be tier 1.5. I think it's too strong to be tier 2. Just like Imperialdramon. I think Imperialdramon is a 1.5. I think it's too strong to be tier 2. I think it's very, very good, but a little, it hurts too much when they get rid of your initial stack to be tier 1, or if they get rid of your 2 Digimon you spread out from underneath Imperialdramon to go into a second play. If they get rid of your level 4 Digimons, yeah, it's going to be pretty hard pressed for you to start building that up again. You push your 2-3 turns back, all that good stuff. So I do think it's going to be a very good time to play Black War Greymon. I really do think so. And Law Youth, with the emergence of more Bialstarmon support, a lot of people are thinking about if they can play this. The answer is no, because it doesn't trash directly from the deck. Look at the top 3 and then you trash the rest of them. Is how it's worded. But a lot of people like this for Bagagon Army decks. I've seen a lot of people get ready for BT11 with that. Minerva Loop before they, Minerva Loop is going, people are going to try Minerva Loop. They're just going to try it. My biggest gripe to Minerva Loop, even though I have it fully built, my only gripe is there's too many Digimon out now that either blocks you, memory blockers that blocks you from gaining memory outside of Tamers, or that says you can't reduce the cost. So in Minerva Loop, they put 2-3 memory blockers on board. You're not looping anything. You're spending all your time trying to get rid of those Digimon while they're building up, a Digimon and raising, while they building up, another Digimon off to the side. Yeah, it's very hard pressed to play any kind of loops, and especially with Bandai not liking loops being a thing. I think we might see less and less loops coming in the future here, or if it is a loop, they're going to address it immediately. Sukurimon Maid Mode is sitting around $50 right now for the alternate art. It's a very beautiful card. I think the art is freaking amazing. People want to play Sakuramon, Venusmon. It is a yellow deck that a lot of people are kind of clamoring towards right now. They want to play yellow. I know a lot of people are really hyped up about Shine Greymon coming BT12. I think that's a very good Shine Greymon deck. Will it make, splashes in the meta? Depends on how the meta shapes up at the BT11. I mean, BT11, I feel like it's going to shape up the meta. It's going to, shake up the meta pretty well. I think a couple of these decks in the top spot won't be meta anymore. And I think BT11 is going to insert a couple of decks up in there. So, yeah. So, this card right here, I don't think 50... I think 50 is a little too high for it. I wouldn't buy this for 50. If you told me 30, 35-ish, I would say, okay, sure, but not for 50. Its future is very uncertain. While option cards will always be there, while plugins will always be a very good option go-to if you need certain things in your deck. Like if, I'm a All-Force Veedramon player and, I inherently have jamming from, my inheritables, throw in, +1 security plugins, bam. Now he's hitting for 2-3 checks every time he unsuspend, check, unsuspend, all that good stuff. Ooh, excuse me. So, yeah, his future is pretty uncertain. I don't like that, especially for this price point. So honestly, I say buyer beware on this in particular card. Wait for it to go down a little bit more. So, just like how we was talking about Blackboard Greymon, Gaomon, as anybody, Gaomon alternate art. Sorry about that. The X antibody. There you go. It's sitting at about $35. Artwork's freaking amazing. I love samurais. I think this is probably my top 5. I think this is probably the best artwork, top 5, and all of Digimon. This artwork is freaking amazing. I do like the EX-03 Imperial Digimon artwork there, the Dragon Mode. I think that artwork is sick. But yeah, this card right here, Blackboard Greymon plays it. You can play it in Ragna if you want to. You can play it in Jest if you want to. It does give you Blitz. If you play it in Ragna, you will get Blitz. You will get D-Digivolve 1. You will have Reboot. You will get... no, actually you will not, because you need a Greymon underneath there. So, unless you're playing some teched out Ragna deck, you're only getting Blitz and D-Digivolve 1. Is it worth it? I'd rather go into Ragna than go into this and Ragna Lorimon decks. But this card, I think this is about right for it. If this card goes down to 25, I can see that. If this card goes up to 40, I can see that. But I think this is probably the price that's going to stay for a pretty long time, especially because it's in a deck that can actually be considered a tier 1 deck. So if you have this, good. If you want to pick it up, be a little wary on it. Might go down. It's been stabilizing around the $28 to $35 mark. If you don't mind taking a $5 hit, go ahead and grab it. If you want to make a profit on it, I'm going to leave that one to you. I think this is fine for this card. I think this card would just balance around here. Chimeramon. So, Chimeramon sitting at like $38, $40 for an alternate art. Regular Chimeramons are sitting at 20s. Stabilized at 20, by the way. So, I've been testing Ragna, and I think this is probably the deck. This and Imperial Dramon. Red, Purple Imperial Dramon. I think those are probably the two decks I'm gonna probably mess around with. I kind of want to wait until BT11 to play Mastermind. That's gonna be my BT11 deck. I'm already geared towards it. The Bhagavan army seems nice. We'll see. We'll see. I know a lot of people are hyped about, but the Bhagavan army. I like Mastermind, and then BT12. Gumdramon is coming out, and that's my boy. So I definitely am going to go ahead and pick up that deck and try to make that deck work. I feel like it's going to get more support, but I digress. Yeah, Chimeramon sitting here at 35 to 40s for Altanards. Since I've been testing out Ragnar, I feel like Chimeramon has a home in Ragnar. Believe it or not, I feel like it has a home in Ragnar. Now you probably be like, what do you mean it has a home in Ragnar? Well, Ragnar has cards that it wants to have on board as soon as possible. Big thing about Ragnar is if you are playing, you know, these, if you're digivolving up, which you get into these situations to where you digivolve up, or you get into these situations to where you don't really have the right inheritable under one stack versus the other stack, and you kind of want to combine both of the inheritables that put underneath, say, a Ragnar Lorimon, not the new Ragnar Lorimon, but the old one. Because if you're playing Ragnar, you know that we do play the new one and the old one. If you're not playing the old one, I think you might be playing the deck a little too differently, because the old one actually helps a lot better than you may think. But having the Chimera to be able to pick up and inherit from the trash, and in order to make a bigger stack to then digivolve into, you know, one of their level 6s. You know, if you have enough, because especially with Chimera, you Jorgus for 0, you digivolve on top of level 6 for 3. It's still your turn. It was a Durandramon. In fact, I'm gonna look it up right now because I do not want to disrespect this man's name. I want to actually say it. Durandramon. Like, just being able to swing, being able to play a Digimon for the top 3, if a play costs a 7 or lower, all that good stuff. And then be able to check securities and like, just be able to have all those inheritables behind it already, or even just be able to digivolve and then digivolve into a Ragnar, giving you even more inheritables, or just being able to get your level 3s and get your level 4s into a 5, digivolving up into a 6, and then being able to Jorgus into the 7 Ragnar Lorimon, and having so many inheritables. Like, I think it's a good deck to put it in, because our deck kind of needs a bridge. I don't know about Jesmon. I'm not a Jesmon player, to be real with you. I have all the stuff to make Jesmon if I really wanted to. I might consult with my Jesmon expert, Kyle, with Jesmon, how to build Jesmon properly and stuff like that. But as far as I know, they're good and happy with the 5 Saber Hawkmons that they have. They might throw in 1 or 2 Chimeramons, but for the most part, Chimeramon is a bridge for any and every deck. And I even think that, you know, going forward, we might see Chimeramon actually go up in price because of all the decks that are coming out that have a, you know, diehard go-to level 5, but only have 1, and you need another Digimon to help, you know, get into, you know, your level 6s. And Chimeramon is the perfect one. Tai. Whoo boy. Tie bots, the bot start tamer tie is $30. The rare is 20. Like the OG rare is 20. These ties, this tie has not been reprinted like yet. I keep on going back, and I don't know if the leak or the rumor is true, but for the holidays, they're supposed to be reprinting some set 1.0, 1.5 stuff with tie in there. I don't know. This card is expensive because this card is good for red decks. It's good for really, honestly, any deck that is red and is a build a stack deck. You play it. Jesmon, you play it. You could play it in Ragnar because both Ragnars are red, and the Randomon is red, so it does work, giving it +1 security. Yeah, it's very interesting how this card is. It has the Davis treatment because Davis got an upgraded rarity and get reprinted very, very easily. Davis fell, which we'll see Davis here in a second. But Davis fell hard. Davis fell hard. The rare now matches the alternate art that came out the structure decks. So be wary of buying this card at high rarity. Just be wary of that. Dark Nightmon alternate art sitting at $28. A lot of people do like this deck. I don't know. I feel like this deck needs more. I feel like it needs more. Dark Nightmon X Antibody is a great level 6. But I feel like it needs way more. Like, that's the thing with black decks. Black decks seem like they lack consistency when it comes to their pieces. It's always weird with them. You can say D Brigade is probably the exception to that because of how fluent D Brigade flows upon deletion and stuff like that. It's like the Dark Nightmon archetype wants to. It's almost like it wants to get deleted, but then it wants to on play, but then it's trying to do 3 different archetypes in one underneath black, and black doesn't have that kind of support to be that consistent. You know, you want to talk about consistency. Blue has consistent support. Red has consistent support. Purple has consistency support. Black just doesn't have that consistency support. It's almost like black draws a lot. Like blue, black draws a lot. Black recovers pretty well, I will say. Maybe not as well as purple, but black recovers very, very well. So it's weird to me. Like this card, I mean, the artwork's nice. I love the artwork. It's just the deck. It's almost like Dark Nightmon X Antibody probably just needs to be thrown into another deck. To be honest with you, I think any black or purple deck that has problems with Digicross, throw in a couple of X Antibodies and throw in a couple of Dark Nightmons and equip the X Antibody to the Digimon, Digivolve into Dark Nightmon, and now you get rid of pesky tamers. Like, I mean, that's what it feels like. It feels like a separate engine by itself. It doesn't feel like a deck quite yet. It feels like it's just an engine within a deck. Almost like how Beelzemon was. How it was like an engine, but it wasn't really fleshed out. So they gave it its own structure deck with way more support. Now, Beelzemon is a legit playable deck. Dark Nightmon, it has some holes. It needs more. It needs exclusive support, and maybe another Dark Knight, and maybe like a Dark Knight Mind Cavalier mode, or Dark Knight Mind, some other level 6. I know there's a Cavalier mode, but like just like what Dark Knight Mind Fury mode or something like that, Dark Knight Mind Shade mode, something to that extent. Like, it don't have to follow the lore. Bandai Namco can go ahead and make something new for it. Give it another level 6. Give it a draw card. Give it some exclusive level 3s. Yeah, you can say the Monitor Mons are, geared towards the deck, but the Monitor Mon are hit or miss. Give us like some good level 3s. Give it it has a good level 4, level 5 engine. I give it that. But it doesn't have a good base, and its upside is meh at best. This card, I say, unless you want to bling out the deck, I wouldn't go after this card. I think this card would go back down to like 2022. Yeah. I think it'd go back down to like 2022. I mean, unless somebody can totally break this card, unless somebody throws this card like, a black deck that needs like an engine. Yeah, it's tough. It really is tough. It's tough. Mimi. So, Mimi right now is only going to see more and more play. Examon decks play Mimi. Imperial decks probably still play Mimi. I've seen some people drop it for a third Davis. I've seen some people actually play 2 Davis Kings, 2 Davis, 1 Mimi. I mean, Mimi is going to be great. Grandis plays it. Examon plays it. Imperial plays it. Bloom Loremon plays it. Like, this card is right now $22, and it's going to stay there until this card gets reprinted like Davis. The rare was 12, if I'm not mistaken. I actually was looking past it. It was like $12, and even I was like, whoa, okay, sure, why not? So if you have Mimis, you got a little bit of change in your pocket. So Ragnar Altart actually is sitting at like $8 to $9. This is the Ragnar that I was saying people are loving, this Ragnar in the actual deck. They love it alongside the other Ragnar. So it's like sometimes they'll play 3 level 7, sometimes they'll play 4. I myself play 3 level 7s, 2 of the Jorgus Ragnar, 1 of this. This card is good. Like, being able to not end your turn, or being able to say, oh, I have a level 6, but I want to do a big attack. You slap this on there, you equip one of the level 6s, you draw a card for Digivolution, all that good stuff. You're now swinging. You're now swinging with multiple chests. You're now swinging with a bigger body. You're now swinging with all the inheribles, all the boosts, all the everything that you got. Then with the inheribles, it already has reboot, so you give it blocker now. So now you're sitting on a 14k blocker that on your turn has inherit +1 security. Pretty good. I was even thinking about bumping this up to 2. I have to mess around the deck a little bit more. But I'm actually liking the Ragnar deck. I actually liking Ragnar Loremon. I think it's actually a very underrated deck. I would definitely put it into a rogue, tier 2 to rogue type of deck. I think it really is a tier 2 deck. It does have consistency issues, which needs to be shored up. I don't know. Like I honestly will put Jessamine over it, to be honest with you. But I think they did both structure decks very, very well. I think they really are doing these structure decks very well to flesh out the entire archetype and how they see fit. Do like that once. I do like that 100%. And it's like you don't need that many cards to it. You probably need to go ahead and get you 3 or 4 Spider-Mons from BT10, which are uncommons because they work so good with the deck. Even if you go first, you can Digivolve for 1, put your opponent to 1, and then your very next turn, you can either keep it in raising or promote. But keep it in raising, and it's a black and red level 3, so you play the 4 cost option card, play out a 7 cost, which means you can play out 4 option card. You can put out a level 5. You off to the races then, buddy. But the deck just needs to be tweaked. I think I'm really in the lab with this one. I think I can make it work. Just gonna take some time. I think this card is probably a good pickup. I can see this card going to $10, $12 if somebody does do very, very good with it. But yeah, definitely this is probably the time to pick up this alternate art. If you plan on writing a Loremon, this is probably one of the cheaper cards to bling it out. Speaking of the structure deck, Jessamine. Again, disclaimer, I don't know how to build Jessamine. But if Jessamine is playing the OG Jessamine from BT6, if they're playing it as a secondary, or are they just playing the Jessamine X antibody? I don't know. I have not dug into this deck. But if you want to bling this bad boy out, hey, he's sitting at like $8 right now. Why not? You may be like, let me throw a couple of Jessamines up in here because I do get the piercing and all that good stuff. We might go back to heavy blockers and all that good crazy stuff. And this might be the Jessamine. And you don't want to be caught with your pants down when this card is, $8 right now, $9 right now, and it spikes to $15, $20 because it's way back in BT6. Just a little pickup that if you're a Jessamine enthusiast, or if you're a red player, hey, this is a very cheap card to pick up right now. Magidramon alternate art. Love the freaking art. This is one of my top 5 favorites right here. Love the art. Love it. So right now I say like $9 right now. Now you're probably wondering why in the world did I even bring this card up? Well, there's been rumblings about Magidramon Mill being a deck. And the reason why is, if I'm not mistaken, the new Magidramon or the Magidramon out of EX-02 is either the one out of EX-02 or EX-03. When deleted, you play a Chaos Dramon for free, and this card is named Chaos Dramon as. This card is also treated as Chaos Galletmon, not Chaos Dramon. Oh my god! So one of those Guildmons out of EX-02 or EX-03, when deleted, you get to play a Chaos Galletmon for out your trash or your hand for free. This is treated as a Chaos Galletmon. So on deletion, a lot of people like to do all that kind of crazy stuff, yada yada yada. You can also digivolve into this mill. If it gets deleted, you can play Guildmon, Tocado for free. And so people are doing this whole entire mill thing. Is it gonna work? I don't know. But if it sees any kind of remnants in play, this card is gonna go up. I like the artwork. I think if you want to bling out, if you are a Galletmon enthusiast, I'm looking at you, Irving. If you are a Galletmon enthusiast and you definitely want to just bling all your Galletmon stuff out, pick it up. If you're a casual red player like myself, and don't really worry about it. I like it for the art, so I'll pick up one for the art. But that's about it. I'll pick up the regular super rares. So be wary of this one. It did see a bump up in play because of more Gallimon support, because of more Magidramon support. So just be wary of that. Speaking of the boy Davis, right? Davis in at $8 right now. The rare is just as expensive as this alternate art. Both are at $8. Davis has finally been tamed and is no longer a $10+ card. Rejoice. So if you picked up a couple of these structure decks, whether it was Ragnar or Jess, you got you 2 Davises for free. You got you 2 Izzy's for free. I think the Izzy's are very, very underrated, especially in decks like D Brigade. D Brigade will play Izzy because their deck is mono black. So that card just may go up in about a week or so. We'll see. But Davis right now, hey, sitting at $8 right now, I would pick up your Davises now because Davis will only go up in price because blue gonna be the dominant color by far this point forward. If you want to play meta, play a blue deck. I will repeat that. If you want to play meta, play a blue deck. At Samon, there might be some blue flare stuff. I don't know how good blue flare is, to be honest with you. But I'm picking up the Mega Seadramon stuff. I like the aquatic. I like the aquatic typing and all that kind of stuff. You know, I am a Waymon enthusiast. We still have. I mean, blue is just, and on top of that, in BT12, Imperialdramon gets an entire new facelift. Imperialdramon just may be the king come BT12, and that's not a hyperbole. With the support it has now, and with the support that it's going to have then, woo boy, like you talking about, it gets more Jorges, it gets more. Like, just think about all the stuff that Imperialdramon has now and double it. It got a better Ken, like a good Davis. Like, yeah. Imperialdramon, they trying to make that bad boy the top of the top. So, probably a good pickup to pick up your Davises now. Because this Davis right here, even though this Davis is more rarely available, it's the highest rarity. So it will hold its value a little bit more if BT 1.0, no, BT 1.5. Davis will from 1.5. If BT 1.5 gets reprinted, that Davis will fall hard. This Davis will retain its value pretty well. Just to let you know that. Now, let's just peek through the pre-sales, shall we? These pre-sales most likely are going to stay up even past tomorrow, even past midnight, because a lot of people won't really start undercutting it until towards the afternoon when they get their product and stuff like that. So as you can see, at Samon Alternate $40. I don't know. See, I don't think Examon is going to be a dominant deck. I think it'd be a good deck. I think it'd be a tier 1 deck. It has the potential behind it. The color typing is amazing. But $40 for an alternate art? I don't know. I think this alternate art may fall to about, if it's my guess, I think it'll fall down to maybe like 2022, and then you can probably pick them up then. Same thing with Hydramon. Yo, the vegetation Hydramon deck that I've been seeing, yeah, I'm pretty surprised at this deck. I mean, hey, the vegetation deck, a lot of green players that I've been, looking into in the Reddits and the forums and stuff like that. They really like this and Bloom Loremon. Hey, make it work. Please make it work. Henna, no, we're not gonna worry about Henna. Let's go ahead and Chaos Dramon. 24 for alternate art. I don't think so. I say wait. It'll drop. I say wait. When the alt art is just as expensive on the just as expensive as the alternate art, that's how you know things are screwed up. Now, is there a chance that X amount alt art goes up? Yes, there is a chance. It is one of these secrets of the set. Very hard. It's very hard. You can pick him up now, he goes up to 50. But are you picking him up because you want to get him cheap? Or are you picking him up because you want to flip a profit? That's on you. I don't think that it's warranted. Definitely do not pick up the regular secret for $40. If you're going to choose between the two, definitely pick this one for $40. But don't pick up the secret for $40. Don't worry about that. Slave Dramon. Actually, not that bad for an alternate, to be honest with you. But I think all these pre-sale prices are going to go down. They're all going to go down. All these alternate prices will go down. Look this weekend. They will go down. Like this art, I think this art is freaking amazing. Top 5. This is the one I was talking about. The Imperial Dramon I was talking about. Amazing. I'm not going to spend $13 on this bad boy. Nobody's going to want it. I'll wait a day or two. It drops like 7 or 8. I pick me up a playset there. That's how you do stuff. Now, my thing is when it comes to this size set stuff, the alternate arts are the things that you really should be aiming for. Like, don't aim for all the super rares and stuff like that. The first weekend, unless you're building the deck, don't aim for the super rares and stuff like that. Just wait it out. They'll drop to pennies. They'll drop to 50 cents to $1. Like, look, this Megidramon, like, hey, I think this Megidramon artwork is amazing. $5? That's not bad. No one's going to really want this card, alternate art. But $5 is good for alternate art. I would pick this bad boy up at $5. It's an alternate art. Like for alternate arts, you really want to wait until it falls a little bit. You'd never want to pick up alternate arts on pre-release. Okay, this is not BT7 to where there was actually cheap and we knew what was going to happen. These are not right now warranted. They'll fall. Now, once they fall, scoop them up. Dark Dramon, I can see it actually going out to like 25. Again, D-Brigade support. People want to play it. Imperial Dramon, people are going to try to pick the deck up. They're going to probably fail that a little bit. They're going to push to the side. Hey, don't know. Examon, people going to try to pick up the Slay Dramons. People going to try to pick up the Break Dramons. Like, don't know. I don't know. These are pieces in this set to where right now we don't have another set until February. So you have time. Certain cards are going to go up. It's hard to predict that. But do not buy commons, uncommons, rares, or super rares right now. Do not do that. Wait until like Monday. And you'll see everybody undercut everybody and all. That's when you pick them up. Alternate arts, buy at your discretion. I'm going to pretty much wait to get my Imperial Dramon deck. And honestly, I want the Imperial Dramon deck max rarity. So, like the Imperial Dramon Fighter mode, I need 2 or 3 of those. The Imperial Dramon Dragon mode, I need a play set of those. You know, and it's just like the Pyodramon art alternate art. I need to play a set of those. Dino Beamon, I need to play a set of those. Like those alternate arts, I'm going to bling this deck out. Like, I'm just going to do it. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Why? Because people are hyped and feel good about this set. But is this set really top heavy? I think it is. I think outside the Examon pieces, which a lot of blue players are going to be clamoring for, and maybe some Imperial Dramon players will try to pick this up. Maybe the 4 Great Dragons, some yellow players will probably pick this up. Aegis Dramon, I think is actually a very good card. I do have to pick up Aegis Dramon. So I'm probably going to spend like $150 here. But I know some of these cards people are not going to be looking at. I'm going to just grab. Like Aegis Dramon Altanar is probably a good pickup right now. Gold Dramon. If you really like this deck, $10 for Altanar, I would pick it up. So yeah, be wary when it comes to stuff like this. When it comes to pre-sales and stuff like that, some stuff are good pickups, some stuff are not. Like, and you can always tell what's good pickup. What, like Hina Altanar is $40. She works for Rock Dragon, Earth Dragon, Machine Dragon, and Sky Dragons. Okay, more support is coming in the future for her with those in particular dragons. Should you pick this up now at 40? I will wait. Just wait until everybody starts undercutting everybody. Once everybody starts undercutting, then you start going in, scooping everything you need up in Altanar or high rarity, and you call it a day. That's just how it goes. So, with that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm going to pass on this pre-sale. Yeah, ever since BT7, I didn't see a pre-sale that I actually really liked. I think this pre-sale looks a lot better than even some of the main set pre-sales like BT8, BT9 pre-sales, BT10 pre-sales. Like even like EX-03 pre-sales seems a little better than even them. So be wary on pre-sales. Do not order pre-sale because they will not get to you any faster than if you wait to that Saturday, because they cannot ship them out until the day before or the day of. I want to say it's the day of. No, actually the day before. So if you order pre-sale, they just shipped it out to you. If you order tomorrow, when everybody's undercutting everybody, they either send it out Friday or they send it out Saturday. A day behind do not make a break, because everybody would get their stuff probably within that week. So you'll probably get it Friday. Yeah, Thursday or Friday. So depending on how mail is, you already know how mail is. Mail has gotten wonky ever since we got out of the whole pandemic thing. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so without further ado, go ahead and leave a like in the video. I'm going to get up out of here, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.